Big thank you to Moose Junction for sponsoring today's episode of the Lives Transformed podcast. Moose Junction is your one-stop shop for all your sweets and treats while you're at camp. Also, they have a whole lot of fun camp merchandise for the whole family. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, water bottles, you name it, we've got it. Be sure to stop by the next time you're at camp to check out what we've got in store. Hope to see you there. Hello and welcome to the Lives Transformed podcast. I am your host, the Dish Rack, and today I am very happy to be graced with the presence of an actual human being and not a stuffed animal. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, for sure, John. I'm Timon, and I'm here since the summer. So I'm working at camp since 4 months, not 4 weeks. And yeah, I'm from Germany. I'm kind of from the near of Stuttgart.
So when you say near Stuttgart, like how near Stuttgart?
Near. So I'm on about 30 kilometers east of Stuttgart, and the town is called Kirchheim. Maybe some of you know it, or you can look for it up.
Yeah, you can look it up on pull out the old map, find it on the map or the Google Maps. I think that's what most people use nowadays.
Yeah, it's more easy.
So you've been here for 4 months,
yeah,
right? Yeah. So in those 4 months, or actually before that, what were your ideas of what Canada was going to be like or was like before you came to Canada?
I was back in Germany twice a year in an English camp where a lot of Canadians were, so I knew quite a bit about Canada, and we talked also a bit. That was also kind of the reason why I wanted to come to Canada, and yeah, so I knew some things about the natures and how the cultures and how the people are being there, but yeah, it's really nice to see it and feel it in real life.
And to see that we don't all live in igloos and ride dog sleds to work every day.
It's not every time minus 40 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, this has actually been a really nice winter for you guys. I get, besides the fact that you can't skate very much.
Yeah, it's pretty much German winter here.
Yeah.
I was also hoping a bit for a Canadian winter to just can experience it, but yeah, it's nice to have
I'm
it
sure
a bit
it's
warmer.
on the way. Yeah, so okay. What's been the weirdest or the hardest thing about being in Canada or like camp life right now for you? What was the weirdest, like transitional, I guess?
So the hardest thing was the quarantine. Just stay 2 weeks in a house and can't really go out. And from the weirdest thing of the culture, stuff like this, I know we're eating here much more meat than I'm eating back in Germany. And also the warm breakfast. So yeah, in Germany we have every time for breakfast bread and then with Nutella or something like that, or with cheese. And yeah, that's not happening here.
So like I've been to Germany once. It was for like a solid 5 days. But it seemed like every breakfast was like this huge like assortment of breads and cheeses and meats and stuff. That's not like your normal everyday breakfast, or is that like a special occasion breakfast?
So under the week, from Monday to Friday, we have just one kind of bread, and then with cheese and sausages and the sweet stuff. And then on Saturdays, we have some kind of little breads, like the pretzel buns and some other buns. And yeah, so there we have a lot of different things. And on Sundays, we have, so my mom or my siblings are doing a special sweet bread where we're eating every time on Sundays. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Sweet bread. should get Ken to make some of that for us.
Yeah, maybe.
I guess on the topic of like foods and stuff, is there anything that you miss from Germany that you don't get here, or like any German foods that you're like craving?
German foods. Yeah, it's a bread, and the typical Swabian foods, the Spätzle and Maultaschen. So they're also so good,
Yes.
and yeah, you'll have it here.
Yeah, Molotashen is really good.
Yeah.
I guess for the viewers at home that don't know what Molotashen is, can you give them like a short like rundown of what it is?
Okay, it's meat, and around the meat, it's a kind of pasta. So it's the former thing of it why we have it in Germany, or the thing was to hide the meat in it in a pasta thing. And yeah, so it's the meat around it's pasta. It's
Okay.
then there's so many different kinds how you can do it. So you can just have it in a soup, or fry it a bit, or do it as a lasagna.
Interesting. I think I had it in like a chicken noodle soup was when I had it.
I think that's a normal and a typical kind. Yeah.
Okay. And it's kind of like it's like a big pierogi almost, like a
kind of
meat pierogi. I guess would be the closest thing here that I can think of, or like a dumpling, but it's bigger and better.
Yeah.
Nice. I lost my train of thought. Growing up, did you go to camp in Germany?
We had from our youth group every time in the summer 1 week at camp, so I was there. And then the English camp, I already told about it. I was there since I'm 13, I think, and then there was also 2 times a year.
From your you don't have as much experience here, but like, do you see any differences or similarities between the two camps?
So I don't know how it is normally here, but our camps was mostly just one close group who also knows about it each other before it, and then we also know the leaders before it, and it's just our youth group from our church who are there together, and we don't have that big area with many different activities. Yeah. We we're also doing the things every time together as one group. And, yeah.
Yeah, I guess Germany doesn't have the luxury of having as much space everywhere as we do here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was some of your expectations or like hopes for like your year here at camp?
So the main reason I came to was just to serve God and serve the guests and have a nice time with the guests, and also experience many new stuff, especially with the activities, and just to do more also practical stuff, and not just after school, not just to school again. So just be a bit more outside, and yeah.
Yeah, did you come right from like
From
you graduated high school and came right here?
Yeah, so I graduated in July, and then in the end of August I came to Canada.
That's crazy. That's sweet. How did you hear about camp, or did you hear from any of our past Germans about camp, or was it through the WIC organization?
So I wanted to go to Canada because of the English camps, and then my brother was also with WIC in South Africa, and that's why I know the organization. And then I looked on the homepage from WIC what they have for Canada. And there was the camp, and I really like the camps and be leader there and be stuff. So I thought that's the right thing for me.
Nice. I guess you're our first German. Do you want to kind of explain what WEC is, what the organization is?
So WEC is an international organization who just sending people out to serve God in many different countries. So yeah, I don't know how many countries there are, but it's nearly about around the whole world there are people. So yeah, it's really nice and just to serve God and live for Him.
Yeah, it's really sweet. I think it's a sweet organization, and
Yeah.
it's awesome that we get all these cool Germans all the time as well. So after like 4 months, I guess we're in the cold season now. What are you really looking forward to in the future, like the future months, the next couple months? Anything big, exciting that you're looking forward to?
So I am really looking forward to the really deep snow because I never had it really. So I'm sometimes in Switzerland and there we have a lot of snow, but I think it's still not that much that we have here then in a few months. And yeah, that's what I'm really looking forward. And also about all the things I can do in the snow and in the cold weather, so skating and going skiing and stuff like this.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Skating is a blast, and it has been a pain to try to keep the ice up.
Yeah.
It's been way too warm. So you've been here a little bit, and you've been to camps in Germany. Do you have any like funny stories, camp stories that you want to tell?
Funny. So one very funny camp story was for my youth group where I was leader, and so it was the last evening. So we our staff team was sitting in the evening along together, and I think it was at 5 a.m. We wanted to go to bed, and we saw that there are a lot of ants in our bed. I think it was from an outer game we did in the night before, but yeah, I don't know how they came in our room. And then we had to clean up everything, take a shower, and then we were sleeping in the hallway because there was still a lot of ants there. Yeah, it was also a bit weird for our teens who are coming down in the morning and we're sleeping in the hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You literally had ants in your pants. Oh, that's an old TV show. And when I say old, it's probably, yeah. Man, I feel old now. What about do you have any stories about like lives transformed? That's, I guess, where have you seen lives transformed? Either here or in Germany as well.
Okay, I think I also taken again a story from back in Germany. It was with the same group, and it was, I think, 2 years later we were on a camp where the teens, they knew each other but not that good, and they didn't done that much together. And with this camp, they all found it together, and there's now since I think 2 years a really nice friend group, and also doing a lot of stuff together, and also in doing stuff together for the Bible reading and stuff like this. And yeah, I really enjoyed also to work with them, and yeah.
Nice. It's always good to hear about the young people reading their Bibles.
Yeah, yeah.
The young people. I'm not that old. Maybe I am. Yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully this summer also you'll get some more stories.
Yeah, I hope so. Yep.
From Camp Evergreen that you can go back to Germany and tell all your friends there. When you go back to Germany, do you think it's going to be a hard transition back into the German life, or do you think it's going to be easy? Are you going to speak English, or are you going to go back to speaking German?
I think with the Germans, I'm still speaking German then again, except of the Germans who are here in Canada with me. I think we're still speaking English with each other, but I don't know how we're doing it. Yeah. And I don't know if it's how hard it's gonna be, but yeah, I think that there's some differences, but I think should be good because I still have some contacts, but I'm back to Germany and know what's going on there, and I also have half a year where I'm just working a bit and don't do that much, so I have a bit time to come again and in Germany.
Nice. Get reaccustomed to the culture.
Yeah.
Why is there so much bread all the time? I want meat.
Yeah.
Eat so many pretzels.
Yeah, so good. Best ones are the soy ones.
True.
Yeah.
Although, well, I had pretzels in both down in like Stuttgart and in Berlin, and I didn't really notice a difference. But
Whoa, yeah, there are a lot of differences.
I'll have to go back and do a proper taste test.
Yeah,
Try the pretzels across Germany.
yeah, make a
Yeah,
round trip.
that'd be a
Pretzel trip.
great road trip. Pretzels around Germany.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. So yeah, you talked a little bit about you're planning on just working once you go back, or do you have any plans? Has camp influenced any of your plans for your future at all?
So far I plan to study after camp and after the bit working. So my plan is to study audiovisual medias, and so into the movie genre and just the stuff like this. And yeah, it's also nice when I can do something here at Can about it. But also with camp was giving me what I also learned here was a lot with the working with children and teens. And also what I'm thinking about it, maybe to do it as a job after it or to study something in this direction. But yeah.
Nice. You could start a podcast
Yeah.
or video cast. I guess it could be both.
Yeah, you can now.
Yeah. Timon will probably be behind the scenes a little bit on this one because I find it very difficult for me to run the sound while also hosting. So yeah, if there's any sound problems, you can blame Timon in the future.
It's me. Yeah, I'm doing my best when I'm doing it.
Wow, awesome. I think we'll have to have you back after closer to when you leave so you can tell us more stories because unfortunately you haven't had terribly much time yet to create stories or create stories to have those stories and those experiences yet.
Yeah.
So you'll probably see Timon again before he goes.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Nice. Awesome. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for
and talking
inviting
to me.
me.
And we'll see you later, probably.
Yeah.
And for all you guys at home, if you want to see more of these videos, make sure you hit subscribe and you can like the video too. Let Timon know that you like them. And in the comments, let us know which staff members you want to have on the show for me to talk to and ask funny questions to about their lives and about food. Awesome. This has been the Lives Transformed podcast, and we'll see you later.
See you.